In its standard configuration, this Glassboy is rated to lift 400 kilos or 880 pounds. It comes with dual vacuum lines, red and a blue. It comes with 4 12-inch or 300mm vacuum cups. With the Glassboy in the crate, you will have also received the operator's manual, the charger, which I'll discuss how that works. So simply just have a look at the bottom of the machine and you'll see that there is a charging point. It's a matter of just plugging in the charger, tightening the locking nut, and then just the other end plugs into a standard power outlet. And when the LED light is red, it's charging, and when the LED light turns green, then you know that charging is complete. Also within the crate, you will have received some pins, some spare pins, 2 filters, cartridges, which I'll discuss in a minute, as well as a certified lifting sling. So the standard sling that you'll receive is rated to 1 tonne or 2,200 pounds. So always be sure that you're using a certified undamaged sling when using the Glassboy. If you happen to purchase the upgrade to 600 kilos or 1,320 pounds, you will have also received another 4 vacuum cups with brackets, 2 with a blue and 2 with a red line. There you see another filter for use during in dusty environments. Also with the upgrade, you will have received 4 of these extension arms, which will be used to accommodate the 4 extra vacuum cups. At Quattrolifts recommend that all operators use the appropriate PPE when using the Glassboy, and that'll include safety glasses, gloves, wrist gauntlets, and a safety helmet as a minimum requirement when using the machine. Okay, now we're going to talk about all the components that are on the control panel. In the middle here we have the power switch. You see all the lights come on. Above the power switch on either side you'll have your 2 vacuum sensors which regulate vacuum level to the vacuum cups. They will automatically switch the vacuum pump on when the vacuum level gets too low. While the pumps are running, you will notice that these 2 orange lights here will start to flash and they'll sound an audible alarm telling the operator that the vacuum pumps are running. And what will happen is that once safe vacuum level is reached, those 2 will actually switch off. Below those 2 orange lights we have the release buttons, one for the red line and one for the blue line. So it's a simple case of when you wish to release the glass, just press each of those buttons and the vacuum will be released from the glass and the machine can be detached. In the middle here we have a battery indicator, and that gives us an indication of what the battery levels are, obviously. Just a point of note is that when the pumps are running, the battery indicator will drop down into the orange zone and then it'll move up into the green zone. So when you're trying to check battery level, just wait for the pumps to stop and then just see where it sits. If it's sitting in the red to orange zone, then it's definitely time to recharge the battery. When attaching the vacuum pads to the Glassboy, it's really important that you position the vacuum cups, that is the red and the blue ones, opposite each other. So should one vacuum line fail, then the other vacuum cups will be able to hold the load. So in this case, we've got a red vacuum cup there and a red vacuum cup there, and here we have the blue line vacuum cup and the blue line vacuum cup. So it's really important that you set them up opposite each other in order to maintain maximum safety should one of the vacuum lines fail. We're now going to talk about the operation of the Glassboy in order to lift a panel. It's fairly straightforward. So a simple case of actually switching the powers on. Normally the vacuum pumps will start automatically. If they don't, these vacuum release switches need to be released. Once the pumps are running, Orange lights are flashing. Press the vacuum pads up against the glass of the stone to be lifted. And you watch those two digital readouts and also those orange flashing lights. Once those digital sensors, the readouts move from red to green, that tells us that it's fairly safe to lift. It's a good idea, however, that every time before you lift, just give yourself an extra few seconds and just observe those digital readouts and just notice whether the vacuum level is dropping. If it's dropping quickly, then it suggests that you haven't achieved safe vacuum, and just have a look at whether the glass is dirty or the machine hasn't attached correctly. And it's really always important every time you lift a panel that the panel needs to be clean and dry. Okay, so now we're ready to release the glass. So it's a case of just depressing each of the red and the blue line release valves, and you'll hear the air escape. And then it's just a matter of just releasing the vacuum pads from the panel, and then the Glassboy can be removed, ready for the next lift. Glassboy has a capacity to rotate glass or stone 360 degrees and also has a capacity to tilt. Just some precautions if you intend to do those two functions is that when attaching the Glassboy to the glass or the stone, try and ensure that the centre of the Glassboy is attached to the centre of the stone, and that way rotation is going to be a lot easier with minimal effort. The lever here on the right hand side and the left, we have levers on both sides, control both rotation and tilting. Lift the lever up and it locks into 8 different positions. So you can have the X configuration, or if required, you can then move it so that the arms can be either in a pure horizontal line or a vertical line, depending on the panel that needs to be lifted. Tilting function, that's a case of just pushing the lever down and then the panel will tip forward. It's really important, depending on how you position the panel, that you may need an extra 2 operators in order to control the weight so that it just doesn't drop forward unexpectedly. So ensure that if you're going to do the tilting function, that you've got sufficient manpower to actually control the load to go from vertical to horizontal. Okay, now we've actually set the Glassboy up with the 8 cups, and which increases its lifting capacity to 600 kilos or 1,320 pounds. When setting up your vacuum cups, as mentioned earlier, try and alternate the vacuum pads, that is red and blue. So in this scenario here, we have a blue line, then we have a red line, we then have a blue line, red line, red line, blue line, blue line, red line. And that's all really just a redundant safety feature. Should you lose one vacuum line, then you can be quite comfortable that the other vacuum line will hang on to the glass. The features of the machine are the same with respect to rotation and tilting. So you can have it in the X configuration, or as I had it before, the cross configuration. If need be, you can just run 4 cups in one line or 4 cups in that line, depending on the size of the glass and the shape of the glass. Just remember, each one of these cups is rated to 100 kilos or 220 pounds. So technically you can lift 1,320 pounds or 600 kilos with just 6 cups. We would prefer, if it's possible, to put all 8 cups on just for extra safety. Access into the control panel. You will have received this key, which would have been secured to the top of the machine at the lifting lug. Whenever opening up this control box, switch off the power and use the key or a flat screwdriver and rotate it clockwise 90 degrees. Inside you'll find your battery, 2 air filters, 2 solenoids, 2 vacuum pumps, and then the various electronics that run the machine, as well as our safety alarm switches. So if the battery does need to be changed, this is how you'll access it from this side. And then to lock it again, just the reverse, rotate it anti-clockwise 90 degrees,